Welcome back to another episode of Cable Chatter in a new year. I hope everyone's holiday was enjoyable, restful, and they're ready for what hopes to be a great 2022. We have a neat episode today brought to you by our Cable Chatter student news crew. We've got two different interviews from the Purdue University Cooperative Extension Service of Randolph County, and they'll be talking about 4-H as well as a lot of the other services they're offering to Randolph County. So I highly recommend you keep watching and get all that information. It's a neat thing that's going on. But first, we have some community announcements. On Saturday, January 15th, there'll be a community breakfast at the Winchester Masonic Lodge. That's 125 East North Street. It's from 8 to 11 a.m. They will be accepting at-will donations, and if you can't make this one, they're planning another one on February 19th. On Friday, January 21st, they'll be holding Coffee and Collaboration. This will be at the Hometown Coffee Union City location at 8 a.m., featuring Matt Howell of Farmhouse Creative. He'll be speaking about digital marketing essentials, so if you have a small business or you're interested in starting one, I recommend you attend. On Tuesday, January 25th, applications are due for the 2022 4-H scholarships. And I've got a paper in front of me that's just loaded with information about these different scholarships. They awarded $157,000 in 2021. So if you are a 4-H member and you are interested in any of these options, there's just a ton of categories, and I would hate to do any of them a disservice by trying to list them all. So I do highly recommend, if you're in 4-H, you're interested in these scholarships and getting some assistance with college, that you follow up at the Purdue University Extension Office or the 4-H office and apply. Also, coming up, there'll be the 99th Annual Randolph County Farmers Achievement Banquet. And this is in February on the 28th, and we're talking about it in January here because there's an award of honor that is due, or nominations are due, on January 28th. This award is presented to an outstanding leader in our community, and these honorees are nominated by their colleagues and peers. So if any of you are interested in nominating anyone, please reach out to the Purdue University Extension Office or the 4-H Fairgrounds and get those nominations in by January 28th. On Wednesday, February 2nd, will be the 2022 Farmer Coffee Hour. This will be at the Randolph County Fairgrounds. Breakfast will begin at 8 a.m. and they will have Ag Outlook with Michael Langemeyer of Purdue University. On Saturday, February 26th, they'll also be showing the Grain Rescue Training and Silo movie. And there'll be more details about that coming further on in February. I believe that is all the community announcements I have. And again, we're coming up on two great interviews with our students in the Randolph County Purdue University Extension Office, and they're going to be discussing the things that they offer.
Hello, I'm Braden Hoggett, and welcome to your next installment of Cable Chatter. I'm going to be joined here tonight by Miss Julie Wilson, and I guess let's go ahead and kick it off. This segment's going to be about 4-H. So, would you go ahead and tell me a little about yourself, Miss Wilson, and what you do for 4-H?
Yeah, so I've been in Randolph County about 7 years as the 4-H educator. I'm also the County Extension Director, so if you're not aware of what Purdue Extension is, Purdue Extension is in all 92 counties, and we're funded, we're through Purdue University as the land-grant college. So 4-H is one of the largest youth organizations across the United States. In Randolph County, we have lots of opportunities and projects for youth to be involved. It's not just the week of the county fair. There's a lot of activities. I was just here the other day at the school flying drones with the 6th graders.
Oh, yeah.
So 4-H is for any youth from kindergarten to 12th grade can be involved. So
Very cool, very cool. Now, for those who don't know, would you be able to kind of give us some more information as to what is 4-H and kind of what does it stand for, what the organization is for, so that sort of thing?
So 4-H is an organization that's learning by doing and doing hands-on activities. So we have over over 70 different project areas. So you would pick a project. So you're a 4-H member. So what's a project that you do?
Well, I guess I'm a big woodworking guy, so
Okay.
that's one of my favorites.
So
yeah.
explain to our audience what you do in woodworking and how it works as a youth
So
member.
yeah, that's a pretty solid point. Woodworking, it kind of works. It runs as a project where you could build practically whatever you want, as long as you kind of follow some rules and regulations that are given to you by the kind of book that is handed out every year. And I guess really you bring it in, they judge it for you, and it's just a lot of fun. I enjoy it a lot. I've done it for 10 years now.
Yep,
This is going to be my 10th year, so it's pretty exciting.
Yep, so we have projects from woodworking where you can actually build, I think you built a bench last year for the fair. So a lot of projects you can actually exhibit at the county level and go to the state fair. But we have other activities besides just projects. So we have 4-H camp, which is a 3-day experience that immerses children in team building and leadership. They get to go zip lining, whitewater rafting. We also have shooting sports, and they hold a whole day out at the Farmland Conservation Club where you can go and you learn how to track animals, you learn how to shoot a rifle or like archery. Shooting sports is all about safety and hunter education also. So it ranges from, there's 4-H clubs that you can go to, so every school within Randolph County has a club associated with the school. They can have club meetings. We have project-specific workshops. So last year, every livestock project, so from rabbits to poultry to horse and pony, had workshops. So there's a lot of projects that are self-guided. So woodworking is one of those that's very self-guided, and you kind of go through it with your helper, your parents, whoever. Or there's shooting sports where there's specifically leaders that own the guns and the ammo, and they will teach you how to do it. So kind of depending on what project you choose, some of them are self-guided, and then some of them have leaders that will walk you through every step of the process.
It's a very cool project, and it's a very cool organization to be a part of.
Yes.
Now, I know you just hit on everything that was offered by 4-H. Now, as a 4-H member, I have noticed that over the past few years that we've kind of had a little bit of a drop in numbers, but I feel like that's more, I guess you could kind of hit on as to why you guys think about it, but I feel like that's mainly because of COVID and like safety reasons and everything like that, and that's really understandable. But do you guys have a kind of a plan to kind of kick back into this next year to keep steamrolling through and bringing more kids back into the program?
So COVID was hard on a lot of youth organizations. I was just here the other day talking to one of the 6th grade teachers, and just seems like getting families and youth back involved. Some of them are worried about COVID and how the safety protocols are going to be handled. So that's part of why we're here today, is we want to advertise 4-H. It's for anyone, from farm kids to city kids. There's something, there's opportunities to go to Purdue for 3-day workshops. You live in the dorms for 3 days. You get to merge yourself in with college, university professors, and so we're trying to promote it. We're going to every school. We're doing things like this. We're really amping up our social media. So just trying to get the word out. A lot of times we talk to the kids and the parents don't always receive the same message, so trying to reach the parents, I've been told, is the $1 million question, and if I figured that one out, I would be a millionaire.
Fair enough.
So yes, COVID was hard on a lot of stuff, but we're trying to build those numbers back up.
Yeah, and in the process, the kids are going to have a way to sign up. Would you mind kind of describing how each kid can sign up, whether it's online or on paper, whichever?
So in January, I will be coming and I will give every kiddo in the elementary some paperwork. So some of the kiddos, if they're in kindergarten through 2nd grade, they'll get this enrollment form. So this is what the mini 4-Hers, I don't know where I need to hold it, but this is what the mini 4-Hers would get. They could fill that out. It's just $1 if you want to be a mini 4-Her. And that includes your mini day camp. There's a workshop for every month after the first of the year for minis to attend. And then our regular kiddos could fill out this regular enrollment form. And if you don't want to do the paper form and you want to be able to pay online, I think most people have a cell phone. So you would you can go online to v2.4honline.com. You would just set up a new profile. It does cost $20 to be a regular 4-Her, which is 3rd grade to 12th grade, but that includes all your manuals, most of your project materials, your workshops are all included in that $20 fee.
Alrighty. And I know we've been talking about kids this whole time, but I kind of would like to kind of reel it away to the adults that take part in the 4-H. I know you guys have a lot of volunteers,
Yes, we
and
do.
I guess the main question is, do you guys need any more help? Because I know this is going to be bringing in a lot of students
Right.
that are going to be willing to participate. But hopefully, I guess the goal is to bring more volunteers your guys' way also. So are you guys in need of that, I'm guessing?
Yes, we really never turn away a volunteer. There is a reference process and kind of a background check. But if you have a specific project area, like we're looking for a new robotics leader, that's a project I didn't mention earlier. But we have robotics, so if you're interested in robotics and you would want to be that robotics leader, you would come to my office, call my office. That phone number is 765-584-2271. You would call, you would talk to me, I would send you like an application, you fill it out, you give me 3 references, and then the process moves forward. So we're always looking for new volunteers. We have a lot of great volunteers, but we can always take more. And there is the whole process of trying to renovate the fairgrounds and the building, which is a big community building for Randolph County. So if you're interested in raising money to help us make the facilities better, we would love to welcome you to that also.
Alrighty. Now, is there anything else that you would like to add to this interview kind of before we close her off?
No, not really. I would just say if you have any questions or if this is something that you're interested in, just reach out to our office. There's something for everyone. There's over 70 different projects ranging from pocket pets, so if you have a hamster or a guinea pig, all the way up to like shooting sports, wildlife, Randolph County Hair. I mean, the list goes on and on. If there's something that you're interested in, we probably have a project for it. And
Alrighty.
as you can state, you're a 10-year 4-H member, and it's done you wonderful things, I'm assuming.
Oh yes, it's always been a blast to take part in the program, and I'm very thankful that we were able to have you on tonight. And if you would please stay tuned, folks, we're going to have another segment right after this one, so please buckle your seatbelts down. We're going to have a new member be interviewing the next part of this segment.
Hello and welcome back to Cable Chatter. I'm here with the Health and Human Sciences educator at Purdue Extension, Zoe Robinson. She's here to talk about a few of her projects she's been working on. So, first of all, tell us a little bit about yourself.
All right, so I'm Zoe, the new Health and Human Sciences educator at Purdue Extension. I grew up just pretty much being in Randolph County. I went to school at Randolph Southern, and then I graduated in 2017. I was an active FFA member, I was a 10-year 4-H member, and I'm also a 4-H volunteer at Randolph County, so a lot of deep ties to this community. And then after graduating, I went on to Purdue University, and I majored in animal science and ag business. Then after graduation, I moved on to a 4-H program assistant role in Franklin County. And then now I'm back here in Randolph County, so giving back to a community that means a lot to me.
It is a great community.
It is, yeah.
So what were some struggles you encountered along the way?
I would definitely say when I was at Purdue, just being able to, I like to have a schedule and I like to have a plan. So kind of like thinking about different career opportunities and internships and things, that was kind of a struggle for me, not having those set in stone and knowing what I was going to be doing with my life. That was kind of a struggle for me, but after I kind of had my priorities and knowing where I ultimately wanted my end goal to be and what my career path, so that was a big struggle of mine, which I know a lot of people have that as well. But
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to do.
yeah, that's okay.
What are some projects you're currently working on?
So I've only been with Purdue Extension I've started October 1st, so just still kind of getting my feet wet, but a program I'm excited, a training opportunity is Bridges Out of Poverty. So this is a model for an economic and social change and stability within a community. So we're allowing 25 participants, and that includes lunch and the fees for the training to be covered completely. So if anyone would like to sign up, they can contact our office or they can email myself. So it's sponsored by Randolph County United, so we're really excited about that opportunity and kind of bringing more awareness to our community and allowing educators, social workers, those in the health field, just a broad range of whoever would like to attend. So.
And this is just getting your feet wet?
Yeah, just kind of, I think it's a big need in our community. And then just kind of going on the flip side of that, I'm also working on, it's called Get Walking program. It's an email-based walking program. I'm going to start that at the first of the year. So that way everybody has like their New Year resolutions set. I think that'll be a great way to get people motivated and want to continue to do that. So if anybody has any questions about either of those events, they can contact the Extension office for more information on those.
And what email address would they use to reach that?
They could use mine. It's robin389@purdue.edu.
Okay. And what are the main goals for your current projects you're working on?
The main goals, especially with the Bridges Out of Poverty, which is Friday, March 4th, if I didn't say that beforehand, from 9 to 5. My biggest goal with that one is just allowing individuals in our community to kind of bring awareness that poverty is a huge issue in Randolph County, and we just need to better ourselves and have more of an understanding of how we can make those individuals' lives better and what we can be doing to give back to them. And then the Get Walking, that's just a whole nother aspect of your health and just your overall well-being and making you feel better and just be the best you. So just kind of going on the health and then just improving our community as well.
Yeah. And what steps are you currently taking to get towards that goal?
I think just joining different like coalitions in the community and going to a variety of different meetings, going into school corporations. I've worked with a couple offices through Reed and St. Vincent hospitals, so I'm looking forward to expanding that. Randolph County United, they've been a huge partner, so just being able to get out and build relationships in the community, that's my biggest goal right now, is being able to really meet new people and build my connection base.
Interesting. And what inspired you to start this?
So, like I said, my degree was animal science, so you're probably like, why are you a health and human sciences educator? So, my big thing about this position is just being able to give back to Randolph County. I knew I wanted to, after I graduated from Purdue, I ultimately wanted to come home and give back in some way to the county I grew up in. So I think that was just the main thing that pushed me to really like tackle this new goal in my life, and just being able to come back to Randolph County and just have the opportunity to give back to the county that has offered so much to me in my life and who's really shaped me to who I am today. So
cool.
Yeah.
And this is a bit out of left field, but what's your favorite color?
My favorite color, probably turquoise. I love turquoise. So
Yeah, turquoise is a pretty good color. I
Yeah.
personally like purple.
I like purple too. It's a good one.
And just in case they forgot, where could people reach you in case they were interested?
So if they want, they can call the extension office. Our phone number is 765-584-2271. Then we also have the Randolph County Purdue Extension Facebook page, which we're trying to be more active on social media, so they can go follow our page. And then my email is robin389@purdue.edu. Or they can just stop by our extension office as well and just stop in and say hi. We always love to have visitors. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Thank you again, Zoe. And stay tuned for next week with our interview with the one and only Dylan Wickersham of Wicks Pies. You can't miss it. You physically can't. You can't miss it. Bye.